Sometimes in search of gold, you get diamond, and this happens true. जब मैं IITI वीडियो बना रहा था डॉम्स IITR का, IIT रूड़की का, तो मैंने बहुत कुछ बज़वर्ड दिखा, गोल्डन गर्ल्स, फ्री फॉर द गर्ल्स, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला, दैट्स ऑपरेशंस एंड द एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेल्फ ऑफ द IITR इज लाइक दिस एंड दैट। तो मैंने सोचा कि व्हाट इज ऑल अबाउट, बिकॉज यू नो व्हेन इट कम्स टू द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ स्टूडेंट, मैं बहुत ज्यादा सीरियस लेता हूँ। ये जो चल रहा है मार्केट में, इतना ज्यादा जो बज है, इट इज ओनली इन द एयर की ग्राउंड में भी कुछ है। तो आई ट्राई टू कॉन्टेक्टेड मीडियाकॉम एडमिशंस कमिटी विद हेल्प ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट्स। बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स IITR में है, तो टच वुड, बहुत अच्छी बात है, मुझे मीडियाकॉम का नंबर मिला, which I had from the horse's mouth, or you could say from my friends. And then when I contacted them, I talked a lot about the process. Then I said, it is possible, do people come on the stage and आप मेरे क्वेश्चन को फेस करो. Then we had multiple stages of meetings. Then I got to know, okay, since I am interested in the DoMS IITR, to cover the DoMS IITR program, pedagogy क्या है क्या नहीं है, even few the hard figures की what is all about the placements, I got to know कि I can interact personally to the HoD, the brain behind the Golden Girls Scheme and the complete की HoD, head of department of DoMS. इस सच्ची बात क्या सकती है? When you have an opportunity to interact with the HoD, you are not going to miss this. मैंने भी इसे grab किया. I jotted down few of the questions I asked in this direct interview. So you are going to witness the uncut story, the dialogues in the edited version, but this is the uncut story of DoMS IITR from the Rajat Agrawal, the HoD DoMS IITR. When you visit his profile, जब मैंने प्रोफाइल देखा, research interest just like wow. He has done tremendous work in the research, supply, operation, and here I would like to mention that when I was planning to talk, I want to talk about the operations because in India operations के institutes बहुत कम होते हैं. What is the market for the entrepreneurs? IITR क्या करना चाहती है? What about the placements? क्या है क्या नहीं है? Why we have only the limited number of seats and many more things? So I would say watch till the end and मैं ट्राई करूंगा उनसे पूछने का कि बॉस आप ये बताओ, सर आप ये बताओ कि इंटरव्यू में आप क्या क्या क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्ट करते हो, since being the IIT you are going to have seats for the non-IIT interview. वो एक दो क्वेश्चंस आप बता दो मुझको जो आप इंटरव्यू में बच्चों से पूछोगे। तो लास्ट में देखना, ये क्वेश्चन मैं लास्ट में बचा के रखूंगा कि वो आराम से पहले फ्लो में ले आते हैं, फिर मैं उनसे पूछता हूँ कि बताओ तो क्वेश्चन क्या है। तो लोग एक दो क्वेश्चंस अगर उन्होंने बता दिया, उनका कुछ आंसर भी उन्होंने बता दिया कि हाउ टू आंसर लाइक दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द वैल्यू एडिशन फॉर यू। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं सर के साथ DoMS IITR की स्क्रूटनी करने को, पोस्टमार्टम करने, एंड डेफिनेटली यू आर गोइंग टू गेट द बेस्ट फ्रॉम दिस वीडियो बिकॉज MBA के बारे में अगर किसी को नॉलेज चाहिए तो एक ही नाम सोचता है, MBA मींस मैथ्स बाय Amiya एजुकेशन। थिंक एजुकेशन। मैं स्टार्ट कर रहा हूं ये अनकट स्टोरी विद रिस्पेक्टेड रजत अग्रवाल ऑफ DoMS IITR।
Think cat. Think education.
So MBA is mainly known for the B schools, IIMs. Now we have seen the IITs. How the MBA from DoMS IITR stand against other B schools and the IITs? Sir, what's your take?
So yes, it is always a very important question and people keep asking about why IIT is also offering management program where we have IIMs in our country which are only for management or business education. So you see that the nature of jobs, they require more techno-managerial skills. And I feel in a campus which is largely technology, science-driven campus, if we also offer management education, we are actually providing that manpower which is having the flavor of techno-managerial. And here comes the role of IITs in offering the B education or management education, that we are providing that manpower which is having the exposure of technology and the exposure of B knowledge or management knowledge. So we are in a way is providing the dual combination. In our campus, we have almost all branches of engineering. We have science streams also. So students who are coming to IIT Roorkee management program, they get exposure of interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary courses also, which probably is the USP of MBA program at any IIT. So like at IIT Roorkee particularly, we have courses where we have minors, open electives, where students can take some courses of other engineering or science departments depending upon their interest. So therefore, we provide more holistic education to students, not only the management education. So that's way you can say that IITs are providing that management education, which is the need of our country at the moment.
True, very true. That's a techno managerial word is always coined in the market. So one basic from the student point of view, I'm going into the IITs. Would the teacher would be IITs? Because IIT Roorkee has a qualification of any plain graduate would come. So can a plain graduate survive in the techno managerial role in the IITs? Like the teacher is IITians, teacher is who is teaching the, or they have a separate branch in the IIT Roorkee. No, we have a separate branch. The campus is IIT.
Yeah, so there is a department of management studies where we take students from all disciplines. They may be engineers, they may be science graduates, they may be commerce graduate, they may be humanities graduates. So we are taking students from all streams, and therefore the first year course, particularly first four terms which we are teaching, they are quite generic in nature, where knowledge of engineering or technology may not be required. But from the second year onwards, if you want to get specialization in analytics or information systems, probably you can take some courses from my department and some courses from computer science and data analytics departments. So in that way, it is very well available for the students of any stream. They will not find any difficulty to cope up the syllabus structure delivery at IIT Roorkee, because this thought was already given when we developed our curriculum, our structure, our syllabi, that when we are inviting students from every stream, so they should not feel any kind of difficulty. Rather, it happens many a time that students, those who are coming from non-engineering background, they develop their interest in some kind of tech areas. Particularly, you know that these days analytics is an important buzzword, AI, ML, and all these things. So like fintech is very interesting area where we get a lot of students who are coming from MCom background or BCom background, so they are non-tech. But now when they see that the future is in fintech, so they are having enough opportunity in the campus to understand the basics of technology, so that one is the domain knowledge of finance and accounting, and then the skills related to technology can be combined in our campus, so that they are able to perform well in the areas like fintech, etc.
Great. So now the parents could say, मेरा बेटा भी IIT जा सकता है again.
यस, बिल्कुल, आपका बेटा भी आईआईटी आ सकता है. एंड एज वी ऑल नो, JEE is the most important entry system for IITs. But other than JEE also, now there are multiple opportunities to come to IITs. You can come to IIT through MBA program, you can come to IIT through GATE program, you can come to IIT through JAM program, you can come to IIT for PhD programs. So there are multiple opportunities through which you can come to IIT. JEE is obviously most popular among all of them, but it's always possible whenever you feel that now it's my turn to get into IIT, there are opportunities available.
Great. So I was going through the website and the brochure of DOMS IITR. IITR provides the dual specialization. What is all about and how it's going to benefit the students as per the market condition. What are the features and the benefits students are going to get?
So I will like to say before dual specialization that one of the very unique thing of our structure is that our structure is divided into term system. Generally, you see that MBA is taught either as a semester or as trimester. At IIT Roorkee, we are providing 2-year degree in 8 terms. Now, in 8 terms, we get enough opportunity to offer multiple elective courses. Our first year is entirely with the core courses, and the second year is projects, capstone simulation, as well as elective courses. Now, because of term system, we are able to provide enough number of electives to our students. And here we get this opportunity to offer them this concept of dual specialization. In IIT Roorkee, we have 5 specialization area: information systems, marketing, finance, human resource, and operations. A student can take 2 specialization area, and for completing one specialization area, a student has to study 7 elective subjects from that area. So total 14 electives he has to take from 2 areas, and that makes him better employable. His employment opportunities, placement opportunities increases, because now he or she can appear in those interviews where they are, for example, HR requirement is there, and then there is a different company which requires marketing profile. So if a student is doing dual specialization, one in HR, one in marketing, so those students are eligible for both these opportunities. If you are doing a single specialization, you will be deprived of one of these opportunities. So students employment opportunities are doubled because of dual specialization concept.
So, just for a sake of knowledge, the number of intakes in the final semester, that is the fifth term, for the specialization is limited, or for the ops, like we have only taken the 10 students, or any student can opt for the two specialization. There's some bar.
No, no, no. As the structure says, that all students are eligible for dual specialization. So there is no such restriction. Yes, we have a concept of faculty advisor. So each student, it is very interesting to know that even at higher education level, we have this concept of faculty advisor, where the faculty advisor is responsible for advising the student that how he or she should select the elective courses. And by doing that, sometimes if you do not take right combination of electives, it may be possible that you may not be able to take benefit of our dual specialization scheme. For example, you have to study 17 electives in your structure. Now you are taking 3 electives from one basket, that is information science, then another 3 from operation, another 3 from marketing, 4 or 5 from finance, 4 or 5 from HR. It may be possible that end of the program you have done enough number of credits, but you have not specialized in any of the areas, any of the domain. So here comes the role of faculty advisors, who advise a student that how he or she should select his elective papers, so that he goes to qualify for those specialization areas. So all the students are eligible for dual specialization. There is no cap as such for the number of seats on a specialization. But we want that students should take almost equal distribution of all the specialization areas. But you can easily understand that it is all market driven phenomena. If you are getting more opportunities in a particular year in computer science, information systems, more students will take specialization in that area. Sometime you get more opportunities in supply chain, then more students will get operation specialization. So the choice of the specialization is more market driven at the moment.
Great, sir. Sir, one more question, because in India, the operations, the electives, and the good B schools are very less. And when I was going through your profile, a research interest of yours is operations management and the supply chain. Is someone thinking about the operations and the supply chain? Is IT Roorkee is one of the option?
I will say surely that is our strength. Out of a faculty pool of 21 faculty members, regular faculty members, and we have 6 visiting and professor of practice. So 6 plus 21, that makes a pool of 27 faculty members in our campus. 8 of them are in the area of operations and supply chain management. So those who want to do any kind of study at operations, project management, quality management, supply chain management, I think IIT Roorkee can be the best place in the country in this particular domain area, because fortunately our placement is also happening in the same domain, because it is very close to mechanical engineering, industrial engineering, and therefore IIT has some edge over other areas of management in the field of supply chain and operations management. So whether it is a public sector company or private sector company, those who are requiring supply chain experts, operations management experts, IIT Roorkee is one of the important choice for them. So I think students who know
Yep.
about supply chain, and you all will know that supply chain is a very important reason of competitiveness these days. So a lot of new opportunities are coming, and the way in our country infrastructure is expanding, whether you talk of rail, road, airport, ports, inland waterways, everywhere. Lot of expansion is happening. So in a way, supply chain is going to be a big opportunities for employment. New type of industries are coming, new type of options are coming. So therefore, it has a very good career, and those who are interested in this type of journey, DOMS IIT Roorkee welcomes all of them.
Great. So one of many of the students asking supply chain where? So one of the answer is DOMS,
Yes,
ITR. Great.
yes.
For the next question, please pardon me. This might be the night, not the right platform of asking this question because we are talking to the HOD. But I should have to ask. Beta IIT jayega. Beta is going to IIT. What next? Can we discuss some placement figures?
देखिए, मेरा तो ये मानना है कि आईआईटी बच्चे को आना चाहिए पढ़ाई करने के लिए, बट द हार्ड ट्रूथ इज बच्चा आईआईटी आता है नौकरी लेने के लिए। तो पढ़ाई करने के लिए वो कम आता है, नौकरी पाने के लिए ज़्यादा आता है। और इसलिए आई विल लाइक टू शेयर सम ऑफ द प्लेसमेंट हाइलाइट्स, so that those who will see this video, those who are interested to know more about IIT Roorkee Department of Management Studies, they should have this idea that what type of job opportunities this course at IIT Roorkee will offer them. So obviously, placements at IIT is always much ahead of many other institutions in our country. And if I give you the data of our recent batch, which is just graduated in 2023, so the average salary was somewhere around 18 plus for that batch. The median salary was also 18 plus, so that is the number exactly. And it was about 10 to 15% hike from the previous batch. So there is a median mode which I discussed, and it is always on an increasing trend. We could get a package of close to 28 lakhs, highest package for the graduating batch of the last year. In the finance area, we are getting companies like HSBC, Barclays, Bank of America. Then we are also getting companies like Adani Group, Reliance Retail, Whirlpool. We also got opportunity to have some of the public sector companies like Gale, etc. And in marketing domain, we got companies like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. We got a lot of companies in the role of analytics also. Operations, we got Vedanta, Bristlecon, Attenberg, etc. We got some openings in TVS Motors, Telesolutions. So there are a good number of companies, and almost in all domains we are able to place our students. So I think the numbers are really impressive, and these numbers also state that how our placement profile is increasing and diversifying. It's not limited to a particular domain area, but you get opportunity in almost all areas of specialization.
Great. So I think when we start counting what you have said, the companies, it would be 20 plus. But the most important is IIT and you. If you have the IIT graduate and you have a profile, definitely you are going to get the best. And the median 18 is just wow,
Yeah.
if we compare. Okay. So now we always discuss when it comes to giving some of the opportunity to the some certain categories. Now the one new terms coined, which one is Golden Girls Scheme, a complete new buzzword, and the free for the मतलब we generally discuss in our group अगर कुछ देना ही है तो उनको फ्री दे दो ना, than if they have something. Why giving a seat? So what is first of all? Then the other B schools, suddenly I'm not going to name the B schools, they're also giving the girls free. So they are following the IT Roorkee. IT Roorkee started girls free. This is the first time that. So what is the Golden Girls scheme? The buzzword of the B school right now.
For any B school, class diversity is a very important criteria. So we are also quite concerned to improve the diversity in our classes. Now, for that purpose, the authorities at IIT Roorkee thought to introduce this scheme Golden Girl, where we are inviting all those female applicants who were toppers or gold medalists in their respective UG PG programs. They can apply to IIT Roorkee, and there is no requirement of CAT score because all our applications require CAT score, and there will be a CAT cutoff after last date, and shortlisting will happen for interview for that final selections. But in the Golden Girl scheme, all the girls who were gold medalists will directly be invited for interview round. So the CAT requirement is exempted for the Golden Girl applicants. And another interesting thing is, if let's say, for example, in a very hypothetical situation, we got 50 applications which are under Golden Girl scheme, and out of 50 we thought that in the interview round we liked 25 out of them. We are going to admit all 25 because these seats are supernumerary. Our intake is 95 only. But Golden Girl applicants are not coming under those 95. These Golden Girl students, Golden Girl applicants are supernumerary. So, depending upon their performance in the interview, maybe all 50 can come to IIT Roorkee. So, it's a very interesting and bold move from the authorities of IIT Roorkee, and we want more and more girl. We have a committee which is known as the Diversity and Inclusive Committee. So we discussed that how should we increase more and more girls because traditionally in engineering courses we do not have many girls. So that perception somehow carried to our management program also. So now we welcome more female participants to management program, and for that purpose this Golden Girl scheme is started this year, and I hope we are already getting a lot of inquiry about Golden Girl scheme, and I am very hopeful that we will be welcoming a good batch of Golden Girl school students in our MBA program for 2024-26.
So if I'm not wrong, even you have not appeared in the cat, you can be the part of Golden Girls.
Yes,
Or
it is. It
cat
is. It
ID card
is.
is
It is specifically only for those who have not appeared in the CAT because of any reason. And another interesting thing, let me tell you that it is also not necessary that you are topper of the current batch. It may be possible that you did your graduation 2 years back in 2021. At that time, you were the topper of your batch. You were the gold medalist of your batch. So we will accept your application based on that. And maybe you have not appeared in the CAT anytime. We will accept your application, and you are eligible to apply under Golden Girl scheme, and will invite you without any shortlisting criteria for the interview round directly.
so this is a message to all my sisters. Girls are always golden, but if you are gold in your certificate, this is a golden opportunity. ITR admissions are open, so I think you should apply. Don't bother about the cat. Great, sir. Here you mentioned 95 batch strength. Others are having much more. Why 95?
Yeah, it's a historic reasons are there. So when we started, we had a batch size of 40 only, and because of subsequent increase in different type of government policies, some new quotas were introduced. So slowly that 40 got increased to 95. So it is all its own way. that from University of Roorkee, when we started our MBA program with a very small size of 40, we used to take AICTE approval at that time. Then we became IIT Roorkee. So IIT Roorkee MBA program is a more research focused program. And when you are having a research focused program, it is important that you assign a particular supervisor to your student. So there has to be a very appropriate ratio of faculty and student. Now, to maintain that ratio of faculty and student, you cannot increase your intake to a very large number. If it is only a teaching institute, maybe we can have a intake of, let's say, 150, 200, or even more than that. But because of our priority is research based education, and in research based education, the appropriate faculty student ratio, which is known as FSR, that FSR maintenance is very important. And that is the reason that we are keeping it at 95 very deliberately. Maybe when we feel that okay, now we have more number of faculty members, we are expanding the physical location maybe from Roorkee to some other place also. Probably at that time we can think of increasing the batch size. But as of now, our focus is that to provide more quality research focused education, and therefore we feel that 95 is a okay number for us.
Definitely. A small batch size seems to be like a family. The connection is always better.
Right.
As a guardian or as a parents, generally, or even a knowledgeable, or you could say the logical CAT aspirants or the MBA aspirants, they decide B schools on the basis of multiple factors. The brand, we discussed the brand IIT, then we have the placement, thanks to suggested numbers, then everything. And the one important factor is the location. Generally, we say these are the factors on this. IT Roorkee has some disadvantage on the location, what would take? Because if I do some research, 200 kilometers from Delhi, 60 from Dehradun is a disadvantage or advantage. No industrial area nearby.
It is the optics through which you look a particular phenomena. You see, when Britishers established some of the best school in India, so all those best schools were maybe at Mussoorie, Nainital, Ooty, the places which were not connected by proper rail, road, air connectivity. Because if you are providing education where a lot of distractions are there, you may not provide quality education. So in that way, Roorkee is a very ideal location where we have minimum distractions, and you can focus your time. The environment is very good. If you come to our campus, I invite all of you, those who will watch this video, that whether you take admission at IIT Roorkee or you do not take, please come visit our campus. It's a treat to visit this campus. So it's a very ideal campus for education, and you will develop your personality multifold in this campus. Now, coming to distance from some of the metro cities which you mentioned. Now, Dehradun Airport is just 1 hour drive from Roorkee campus, IIT Roorkee campus. So I think if you are in Delhi also, so there may be many areas which may require more than 1 hour travel from Indira Gandhi International Airport. So that way the connectivity, air connectivity is not a challenge. Now, Roorkee has a very good railway network, and almost Roorkee is connected to major cities. From Delhi itself, we have Shatabdi, Vande Bharat, Jan Shatabdi, all types of trains coming all through the day. So air and rail connectivity is excellent for Roorkee. We have some of the best industries around Roorkee IIT. For example, Haridwar is just 20 kilometers from IIT Roorkee campus. BHEL, some of you may already be knowing. Hero Moto Corp is there. Hindustan Unilever is there. And now, a very important case study for all management students, the Patanjali, Baba Ramdev's entire empire is very close to IIT Roorkee campus, one of the best food processing industry is at Padartha, which is just 10 kilometers from our campus. You see, you get one type of exposure when something is already established. You get a different type of exposure when something is under development. So this whole area is under development at the moment. So those students who are coming at IIT Roorkee, they get exposure that how development is taking place. And I think you will not get this type of opportunities in a metro city. Every location has its own advantages and own limitations, so you can't have any perfect location for a particular thing. So we have some plus, and there may be few minus also. So if you say that I want malls, big malls, so sorry, Roorkee doesn't offer you those mall cultures. But our campus is so happening campus that all your entertainment requirements can be fulfilled in the campus itself.
That the building is just again the biggest, one of the best IIT's building, I would say.
Right.
Great. Okay, so fine. We discuss a lot of things. One main question. I'm going to fill the form. What IIT Roorkee is expecting from us as a HoD point of view? What attributes, quality you are looking in your upcoming batch?
Yeah. So one is we look your positive outlook. Second, we also try to test whether you are ready to be mentored, coached or not. Because you come with lot of perceptions, myth when you have done your undergrad. Now, IITs are altogether a different system. And at IITs, if you talk to our students, large number of activities are student driven activities. So we want to see whether you are ready to take initiatives on your own or not. Are you requiring spoon feeding, or you are ready to explore on your own? So we want to take those students who are ready to take initiatives, who want to take risk, who have a positive outlook. And then there are certain important checklists for any MBA aspirants: your communication ability, your ability to understand the various phenomena around you. Because many of you will say that सर हमको थ्योरी जो पढ़ाया था और जो हम काम करते हैं उसमें काफी डिस्कनेक्ट है. Now this disconnect is happening only because we are not able to relate our theories to the external environment. So हम ये चेक करना चाहते हैं कि आप किताब के कीड़े हैं या आप किताब को प्रैक्टिकली ले जाने में सक्षम है या नहीं है. So these are some of the important things which we want to see in our students, those who will be graduating from IIT Roorkee. So same thing we want to test in our aspirants also, कि if you are coming to IIT Roorkee, whether we can enhance these characteristics, these qualities of yours or not.
Great. So one just for a curious, because I was going through your profile, it's a great just question, off record question, or could be this is going to be the on record. I want ki every student should listen. You had a study on the causes that lead to work-related stress among the police officers and the impacts. So I want to know here again, it's not about the police. It's still the student unrest and the stress. Any suggestions?
Yeah, we have done this study for the police officers also, and we also did a study for IIT students also, because at IITs also lot of stress is being developed, lot of pressure of performance is there. So we just to give few means outcome of our study. One is companionship, which is very important. If you are a single personality, your stress multiplies many times. So we want to promote friendship. If you are living in groups, your stress is divided by number of members in your group. So the chances of developing the stress or any other kind of mental illness decreases many times. So one important thing is that always and therefore we design our programs that you do many group projects, group studies, so that you are always part of the group. You should be a team member. That's a very important thing we check in MBA program. That is one important thing. Second thing is how we all are full of energy all the time. Now, if we do not use that energy in the positive manner, the energy will lead to some kind of distractions, and that creates another important thing for the stress. So, as a manager, my responsibility is to always give you some positive channels for releasing your energy. If the positive channels are not available, that energy will create some kind of problem in my thought processes that may lead to stresses, because we start overthinking sometime because there is no stress buster. Unfortunately, many of the youngsters, they think that smoking is a good stress buster, alcohol is a good stress buster, because they don't have any other way to release that stress. So through positivity, through creativity, and therefore we are focusing a lot on startups, because even if your startup fails, it is a positive way to release your energy. So we did this research, and lot of startups are also coming in our campus. So this is also an important point that at IIT Roorkee, right now we have around 135 plus startups in our incubator. So most of the MBA students who will come to IIT Roorkee, they will get opportunity to work on those live startups as interns, and maybe after one semester or two semester, they may think of their own startups also. So a very good ecosystem of entrepreneurship, innovation, startup is flourishing at IIT Roorkee campus.
Great. So two buzz news. Supply chain, think ITR, DOMS. Startup, thinks ITR. Means ITR
Absolutely.
giving everything. So generally, even I, more than 10,000 plus student, I every year went through the profile of 10,000 plus. उनका एक ही question होता है. The last question of the any B school interview is, do you have any questions? So my one question, a person who is going to face the ITR DOMS interview, they have around 60 days time. How should they prepare for the interview?
Yeah. So as I said, how should they prepare for the interview? Generally, we start our interview from the education background of the candidate. So whether he is a BTech, BSc, BCom, and we start generally the final year courses what he or she has studied. Generally, one of the important thing in IIT interview is few questions around the projects which they have done in their undergrad. So we want to understand that what type of projects he has done, or what was, if it was a group project, what was his contribution specifically in that. So that is one important thing which we want to know. Another important thing, involvement in any kind of social initiatives. So whether students have done something in social initiatives, etc. So that is another very important question, which is almost we ask to all the candidates coming to us. One or two questions will revolve around the hobbies of the students, and unfortunately sometimes students create hobbies just for the sake of interview purpose. And then they are caught always. If you are creating a new hobby in these 60 days and to crack the interview, that is not going to work. Whatever hobbies you have, just try to get more information about that hobby. It can be any simple hobby, it can be any simple hobby, it can be hobby like watching TV. That can be your hobby. Now around that watching TV, what can be the possible questions that you should prepare? Don't create a new hobby, don't create a complicated hobby for the sake of interview. Keep your hobbies. It's, we all have some hobby. Just try to organize some of the thoughts around that hobby. So I have seen in many interviews in my last 25 years career that students create new hobbies, and then they feel sorry that because those who are interviewing them, they can very easily make whether it is a actual hobby or a hobby only for the interview purpose. So that's my advice, specifically for the interview round if you are shortlisted for MBA admissions.
So it's just questions are out for the interview, but we are going to trap you.
Yeah.
Okay, so questions are out, but don't try to be the over smart because the professors are super smarts. So they are going to get the best out from you. Thanks, sir. Thanks for your time. On a quick notice, up again, that's a great, and it's again a learning for me because even I know a few of the B schools giving the best in the supply chain. And the research is the one of the outcome is the ITR. And touchwood, I'm getting a researcher on the operations management supply chain. A lot of research you have done on this.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your
Sir,
time. Yeah, it's a pleasure talking to you.
thanks, sir.